morning, cyber traders! Welcome back on this lovely Thursday. How's everybody doing this wonderful, nice and cold here in New York? I don't know where you guys are, but how's everybody doing? Good to see you, Chuck. Good morning. Good to see you, Norm, everyone. Good morning, Randy. Good to see you, everybody. So everybody on YouTube, Facebook Live too. Also, welcome back. Welcome back to the morning show here, Day Traders Morning Show at Cyber Trade University. We got a great stock that ran in pre-market. Hopefully, everybody was able to capitalize it. It was on one of the. I just want to bring up the pre-market watch list and just copy this for everybody that did not see it. I'm going to post this on YouTube right now. I'm going to put it in the chat. Hold on. So anyway, every morning before we get started, and let me put that in. I guess you guys could see it on top, but I'm going to put it in there again so you guys can read that. So you can see that we posted that chat right around, what was that, 7:53. I was looking in, and look at that stock, CLSN. Just basically a great mover right there. If you jumped in at 8 o'clock when we called it out, it was at $2. Right now it's at $2.50. You didn't need a lot of money to do it. And you can see it right there. Nice little push, nice trend. Looks like a level one type of stock. Huge iceberg orders. Fabulous stock. Is this a short or a long trend? It's a long. That is short. I don't know what you see as a short. I think it's been a great long trade. All right. So anyway, just get the other camera running. All right, there we go. But great mover, great stock, and I know you guys do very well on it. You're more than welcome, John. All right. Now let's talk about what happened regarding yesterday. So I think job numbers came down. Looks like a lot of people filed unemployment, which is horrible. And I mean, listen, the President Biden's been in office at least in less than 24 hours. So he did write a couple of executive orders. I didn't really see anything that affects certain stocks right now, other than, I thought maybe the Keystone Pipeline, I heard gas was going up a little bit. But other than that, I didn't think it really affected anything. So we basically were just doing our own thing. We really weren't trading the market as much. We were kind of trading one stock. So let me talk about this one really good stock. Two of them that we traded yesterday, which did unbelievable. Okay. I want to start off with the OBLN. Okay. This thing, let me tell you something. All day long. Look at this stock, how it ran. It started at $2. Okay. I don't know what happened after 12 o'clock, but it ran from 2. Let me make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it a little bit bigger there. Let me fix the time frame in there and make it more of a 10-minute. I always like to kind of like make it look nice and clean. There, 5-minute looks pretty cool. So this thing did not stop from 10 o'clock. Went out of nowhere. It didn't even, it was like a level one stock. And then all of a sudden, 10:30 came around. Boom, gorgeous Fausto flag right there. And then from nowhere, it went from $4 to $6. I fall off my chair. I'm like, and we don't trade at that time of the day. And then also to 12, it ran to 10. And then it had a nasty shake. It dropped down to 7. And then going right to the close, boom. It just made a nice little run, stopped at 10. It was pretty much done there. But and then you could see it starting to trend down. But my God, this thing was just out of control. It was a great winner yesterday. A lot of you guys did really well on it. It was in the morning watch list. It was everything there. And listen, can we have another one that could happen with the CLSN? That could happen, because that's exactly how it all started. So keep an eye. I mean, on these drug stocks. I mean, they come out these drugs. I can never ever know what. It was a merger agreement. Okay. Well, regarding about their merger agreement, Neil, I don't know what the number was with the buyout, but it was just usually when they do a merger agreement, it merges and it has a decent number. It doesn't go up like that. That was like ridiculous, off the charts. But anyway, that was that stock, and then also we had the spelled it wrong. ADMP. That one also did really well. Let me just pick the chart here. You can see it. That one just basically ran from $1 to about $1.70. So you see, the beauty about what we do, you don't need a lot of money to trade stocks like this. You just don't need a lot of money. People had this misconception. That's why they don't want to get into day trading. Well, guess what? This is why we love the job. And you know what? It's over. And by the way, if you miss them, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. There's always new ones every single day. That's why we love this job. All right. So let's go through the watch list. We got a couple of stocks in here. We have Trent from on YouTube says, what about the CSIQ? First of all, stock looks great. It's breaking all-time highs, but CSIQ is more of a swing trade. Okay. We were looking at the solar stocks a little bit. Some of them took a little bit of a hit. What else you had? You had the CSIQ. What else you had up there? You had Tilray. A couple. I mean, they backed off a little bit, so I didn't really see that much action in them, but they look like pretty decent swing trades, Trent. So we could probably stick with those. All right. But day trading wasn't really the easiest thing to do. All right. So we got the CLSN, which you already know about. It's beautiful. Moves so nicely. IPWR is also on the A list. Let me bring this up really quick, fix this chart a little bit better. So this one, you could see it. I see some buyers here in the blue. I'm not seeing that many sellers on the red side, but it started like leveling off over here. It's like a category 3 right now from what I can see. But IPWR, up about 26%, 175,000 shares. We're going to keep an eye on this one. At the open right now, it's not really doing anything. I really like this stock TGC, but I think I just lost my win trading this stock right now because you could see it. You remember we traded the stock in October, ran from $1.50 to $4. A great short squeeze, and it just came right back down. So that does that. So basically that really went up and came right back down. So kind of pass on that one. Probably put that on the B list. But, we see some of these stocks are on the A list, a B list. They jumped on the A list. PTN, another one, cheap little stock. Huge iceberg orders on the right on level 3. You got 75,000 share sellers. You got 15,000 share buyers. Nice level 1 stock for some of you that are still a little on the deer in the headlights. This might be up your alley. You know what? Buy less and trade more. That's the motto I always go by. And you know what? Guess what made a big move? We've been trading this stock. I made a lot of money on this stock. Fubo. This thing went from 25 all the way to 60, came right back down to 25. If you look at the little rally right here about 3 days ago, it ran from 25 to 40. And it was a great little short-term swing trade, but she came back down to 30. She's up a little bit right now. She's kind of backed off after around 8:45. But it's a very volatile stock. A lot of you guys did trade the stock with me, and you got to be careful with this stock. I'm just looking up here at the trading room. So we got going on there. OBM Red Sheep. The new symbol is RSLS. Let's look up. Let me look at that. RSLS. That's a new symbol. Oh, that's a licensing agreement. You know what? Also, it's pretty weird because it's a penny stock. Sometimes these penny stocks like to merge with NASDAQ National because it's easier for them to do the quick merger. That could probably be it. But you could see it as a penny stock. All right. Norman says the IHSS just popped. You know what's so funny? I had that stock. Yeah, it just made a big pop right now. You can see that right there, but went to 185. We'll put that on the B list. We'll put that on the B list. AIHS. All right. Let me go hop over there in the B list. The B list is a little bit bigger. I might delete some of them, but I found this BBIB. Nice little mover up 219%, but she looks flat line to me when I see kind of flat like that. Maybe it's a buyout. So that basically probably going to put that as a scratch. A lot of you also talking about this morning about Gene. Gene also we were trading this morning, but you could see it had a nice little move, little volatile. I think Josh was telling you that in the trading room. Stock literally up from 750 at 8, past 830, went to about 825, came back down. It's building a little bit of Fausto flag, so I'm not really anxious to jump into that. We'll see how that opens up when the market opens up. What else that we have over here? INMB. All right. So that one also up about 31%. This stock has been a great swing trade. I mean, the stock was $8 just in the middle of December. The thing's already at 28. This is what you look for. But if you look at those candlesticks on a long-term chart, they're very deep. Stock's got a very big spread. This is not a day trading stock, but it did come up on my radar. Someone was asking me about this, and I said, you know what? You probably could do a swing trade on this, but just be very careful. It did go up a lot in a very short period of time. XPIT, another one that's up 19%, 200,000 shares. Another thing. It's breaking a 52-week high, but right from 24, but she came right back down to 19. Pretty volatile. I might scratch this. I'm going to scratch this one out too. I probably even put this maybe on the C list. Sometimes they come out of nowhere, but another dangerous stock. Be very careful. That I've been seeing a lot of people talking about it. ADSX, another very decent stock. This stock, we traded it, another pharmaceutical stock. You can see it ran from $4 to about $10 back in August. Then it took a huge hit. And then also, some of you remember we traded in December. It ran from $2. You can see it right there. Ran from 2 all the way to about 350. Another nice win, which basically to me, this tells me the stock's a short squeeze. It's basically what's going on. But does that affect me? No, I love doing it. And that's why we're going to stick with it and throw it on the list, because at the end of the day, it's all about making money. A couple of stocks taking very, very big hits. So let's talk about a little bit more about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I think I saw last, it was down about 800. It was down $3,400. That's a substantial drop. And a lot of us were benefiting from some of the blockchain stocks. So we did really well with the blockchain stocks. I got out of the blockchain. I got out too soon. Okay. I got out at 19 and the damn thing ran to 28. I was freaking out that I did it, so upset at myself. But you know what? It's right back down to 19. Could be a good buyback soon. I don't know. Listen, I'm really curious on what the Biden administration is going to put in there, because I did hear something that they're putting somebody in his economic department that is very well known about Bitcoin, and I think he's very knowledgeable. So want to see what's going to happen with that. But obviously, whatever that news is, I think that kind of did hurt Bitcoin, and you could see that Riot's also taking a hit on that, and also Mara. Okay, Mara also big winner for us, $10 to about 28. Came right back down. It's already at 16. So now it's basically trading right at these highs right here. You got to remember, you got to be careful with these things. Listen, great traders, we don't buy it at 5 and sell it at 30, okay? We buy it at 10 and we sell it at 20, all right? That's the way it has to look at it. So you could see it. Writing was on the wall yesterday. So I know a lot of you guys shorted Riot yesterday. I know Josh made a lot of money trading. He's kicking himself in the butt. He's like, damn, I sold too soon. But I know some of you also were trading a lot of the shorting a lot of the blockchain stocks, and you did pretty well on it. But guess what? They're going down again. So listen, if you look at, let me change this chart right here and give you a little bit more of a perspective. So you can see Mara, how it just kind of dropped right there and had a retrace, and then after hours kind of flatline. If you look at Riot, I mean, we had a great short, had a nice little recovery, and then right at the close, it started going down. Now it's gapping down. So got to be careful with these stocks. Remember, these stocks are very, very difficult to day trade too. You guys know that, being in the cyber group room. But we always remember, just take your money and run. Now what we're going to look at, so a couple of things I want to keep focused on. Now today's obviously, actually this whole week, since last week, earnings announcements. We heard about the banks. We heard about American Airlines. Obviously, they took a little bit of it. Was it American Airlines? No, it wasn't American Airlines. It was UAL, United Airlines. They came out with some earnings. They took a huge billions of dollar hit, and they're looking to restructure. Didn't really affect the stock down too much. But, when a company comes out with bad news, really bad news, and it doesn't go anywhere, that's actually a good thing. That means they basically kind of hit their sweet spot, okay? It was expected. So always remember that. Bad news, I'll give you an example. How many times have you seen a company come out with great earnings and the thing opens lower? It's like, how did that happen? They beat earnings, everything else, because it's what they project 3 months from now, 6 months from now. They don't want to make any guarantees and promises, because it can make they want to protect their shareholders. So, airlines obviously having bad news that they have, obviously is holding up pretty well. Now, a couple of other big announcements are coming out today with earnings. You got IBM coming out with earnings after the close, and you also have Intel. So we'll see how those stocks actually pan out. Intel has done pretty well, in the past a month or two. It was down to 46 up to 60. So we'll see how their earnings come out. Very, very important earnings at the end of the close today. See how they work out. But other than that, that's all we have. Now, a couple of people in the we got YouTube are asking me a couple of questions. I saw TQQQ a reverse split 2-to-1 down to 100. I mean, if you're talking an ETF, so I mean, we don't really trade ETFs here, other than if the market's pretty volatile. But I would probably, this is something that it's very hard to follow the iceberg orders and everything else that are out there. Also, Trent says, what about the TANH? Honestly, garbage. Really nothing going on. Stock took a hit from 360. This is not a day trading stock. So, Trent, we would definitely not look to trade the stock at all. Remember, you need stocks that have volatility. You need stocks that have liquidity in it, because if they don't move, you're not going to make any money. That's really comes down to it. Day trading is about making a day's pay. It's not about being, oh, I'll make 20% on my account. 20% on what? On a $10,000 account? You're wasting your time for $2,000. This job pays $50, $100, $250,000 a year. That's your goal. And you don't need a lot of money to get there. It's only the initial investment. All right, guys. So, Ron, one last thing. We bring up Ron. Ron brought up the bingo. Yeah, I saw bingo, BNGO. And she kind of built up a little momentum. The stock was a fun stock for us. And by the way, this is what we look for, Trent. You could see the stock $1 up to about $9. And great move right there on that big pop right there. But you could see it's it's up a little bit. Bingo's been we've been doing really well with bingo. But once again, you get very nervous when they go up so big like that. But it's been that one has treated us pretty well, Ron. And obviously you being being here for so long, you have a very good eye on that. All right, cyber traders. So let's get back to the trading room. And everyone, YouTube, Facebook Live, if you like us, just like us on the bottom, friend us, get our alerts. If you want to join us, feel free to do a $9 trial for the week in the cyber group room. And also today at 4 o'clock, I will be on Wealth 365. It's one of the biggest events of the year that they do. They have about 60 presenters. I'm going to be going at 4. If you have not registered to come and listen in, we sent you guys an email. You can go to our homepage. You can register on our homepage also. So that's where I'll be after the close. Looking forward to it because earnings obviously coming out. I want to see how they're going to react. I like to show people a little bit more what we do in the after hours because people always ask, how do you do that? That's why I picked that time slot. So I'll see you then. In the meantime, we'll start audio broadcasting in the cyber group room in the next 10 minutes. And in the meantime, good luck, be safe. And don't forget, there's no safer place to be than in a cyber group room to fight coronavirus. No reason to go out. Sit in your home, make your day's pay. Don't worry about the stimulus package. Don't worry about the $1,400 or $2,000 they're giving. Let's make it here, and that's what it's all about. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading.